grounds that got lime got more strawberries on than the grounds that never got lime. Look, I went to agriculture college, but it doesn't seem to ring a bell by those idiots in the Department of Agriculture, like it doesn't count. Unless you went into the agriculture college here in Canada, it doesn't count when you went to agriculture college.
Right.
You know? On an area the size of New Brunswick, we were producing food for nearly 20 million people. You know? A lot of it with the old traditional methods mixed with new technology, you know? But we never forgot the old.
Right.
The old ways, you know? And those jokers here, what have they done in New Brunswick agriculture over the last 15 years? When Aaron Graham, I showed you that, when he was Minister of Agriculture, he was talking about the $1 billion challenge, you know, bringing agricultural sales in the province to over $1 billion. And at the time it was a little bit over $800 million. Since then, agricultural sales have dropped by about 50 cents, the agricultural production in the province of New Brunswick. And that's courtesy of the Department of Agriculture. See here? See any grass growing here? Any timothy coming up?
No.
This was mowed early in the season. Not a single second stalk of timothy or anything growing up. But all strawberries. Here. Look the size of the spot here.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Roughly about 9 feet. Spots all the way up here. See here? See? Naturally occurring on a ground that has been limed 3 times. That's a bunch of bull. But I bet you, as soon he tried to take it away from me already, when was it there? 1973. In the winter, I had an accident in the woods and I cut my foot half off, you know, but they sewed it together again. And when I was coming back from the hospital, I was staying there at a neighbor's place there for a short while. And one afternoon, another neighbor came over and wanted me to fix his tractor, you know, so I went over, and when I came back, Mrs. Coulter, the place where I was staying, she said, do you believe it? This afternoon, Jörg Waldo's mother was here, together with a fellow from the Farm Credit Corporation, and they said they should take the farm away from me and give it to Jörg. And I'm going to tell you, some of the weeds that have shown up here, they're exactly the weeds I had seen the year before growing around this corn. You know, in the 8 or 10 foot wide strips that got around the cornfield. And they show up deliberately sown here in my field. You know? The first time I encountered this, first 3 years, I didn't have much problem here, you know, about those chemicals being dumped on, you know. But first time I encountered it, very first summer when he moved in over there. Then after they in 75 had ruined my cattle and pulled off the stunt on me.
Right.
He shut his mouth off. Oh, the land is too expensive to raise beef cattle on this ground. But should be left to everyone by himself. You know, if a fellow can make financial ends meet, it's nobody's business.
Right. Right.
But this is what I've seen there in the mid-70s. This bunch came in, you know, and they wanted to run everything. They knew everything better, you know. And now 30 years later, over 30 years later, the province is deep over the eyeballs in debt, diminishing resources, and the jobs, what they say, the unemployment figures are lower. It's just only superficially.
Yeah.
Huh?
There's a lot of garbage going on.
But you see the spot here. See here? You have seen the injuries on those animals.
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
Those are just plain creeps.
Yes.
And I wouldn't be surprised with a lot of the diseases, you know, that are cropping up. A lot of them, they come right out of the laboratories. You know, Frankenstein, he was a choir boy compared to this bunch what they get. You know, right now around, you know, Lyme disease, first outbreak, right across the water from Plum Island. Here, town of Lyme, you know. That's why they called it Lyme disease. They were research facilities from the United States Department of Agriculture and from the military.
Okay.
See here? I don't know. I noticed here. You have to have that, like with the eye, you can identify it better. You know, I've in the past sometimes a problem getting it on the photo as well as I saw it with the eye.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah,
But,
no, it's easier to see with the naked eye.
Yeah. But I know Dave, he took some photos with the video camera,
Right.
you know, and he put them on the internet, and they were excellent quality.
Okay.
As I say, you know, I left this here for one of those fellows from the Department of Agriculture to come out, and you read the letter, you know? They're supposed to assist me, but they won't come out. I don't have thousands of dollars to throw away, you know, for doing chemical testing.
No, I know.
My property tax 35 years ago was $250. Now it's approaching $3,000.
Yeah.
And all the services we used to get are not there anymore.
Yeah, I know. How much land do you have?
As I say, this was all growing up in bushes, you know, growing up in bushes, swampy and everything. First few years when I was working in the field, making ditches, getting stuck, fellas driving by, oh, look at this crazy German. After I started getting nice fields, oh, look how much land you got. I said, you could have had it too. The woodlands, they were being stripped out, and I've been going through and putting trails in and everything, you know, selective harvesting, setting it up every 70 feet, put a trail in, you know, and I don't even make $10,000 a year. See, that's the way. See, some of those plants, they get into the deeper layer, less contaminated, but that's about the way a clover blossom should look.
Yes.
You know, that's a clover blossom, you know. That kind of farming, what he does over there, I used to do that in the old country. I used to do that in the old country. When I used to grow grain, in the spring I would underseed at a summer clover, Southern French red clover, you know, underneath the barley and wheat and rye, you know. And after you combined, last year when I combined the barley, the clover was already this much below the heads. We had a wet spell, you know. So what I did, I mowed a high stubble, you know, and wasn't much straw, and I put it right out in behind, put an electric fence on around, and pastured them. First time it was about this high, and then until the beginning of December, every time the clover was in blossom, you know, pastured it over 3 times. But what grows here in 3 months took over there 5 months to grow.
Okay.
When we planted the oats in March, it was ready to combine roughly about by the middle of August. When you plant the oats here in middle of May, it's ready to combine by the middle of August.
Okay.
See, we are further south than what we were over there. Things go a lot faster here.
Yeah.
You know. They don't even know how blessed they are. They're pissing and farting into it. Then you've got a bunch of airheads there, the media, so on, you know. But some of them, some people in the media, they seem to be waking up. You know, I've been after them now for years.
Right.
Boy, we have sometimes a few run-ins. That's some run-ins with them, you know.
No doubt.
Huh?
No doubt.
I don't want to make enemies. You understand?
Oh yeah.
You know,
That's no good for anybody.
I don't want to make enemies. I just want to see that the job gets done.
Yeah.
You know, because it will be to the benefit of every one of us. You know. Damn it. Have I lost some stuff in there? I had it all in all orderly, but I've been plugging around in there, and now it's. Hey, you know this lady?
I've heard the name, I think. I can't.
She's a producer from Information Morning.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She's a producer from Information Morning.
Denise Gogan.
Govan. Oh, she also. I can talk to Kate Lederich. You know, when Stefan de Jong was in Dieppe at the City Hall.
Right.
And she was with another few reporters sitting around the table.
Yeah.
And I recognized her, so I went up there and gave her the pictures. You know, and afterwards I get this letter. And I'd been calling them every so often, you know, when they didn't have the things all put out, you know, in their stories.
Yeah.
When they omitted some of the things, you know.
Right.
And I was on pretty good terms with the fellas, you know.
Okay.
And I've flown up in Moncton, I've flown up in Sussex, in St. John, I've flown up in Fredericton, you know. And if they don't want to talk to me, they can hang up.
Yeah.
You think we might get something worthwhile out of it?
Well, I got just about everything on tape.
Then
Just depends on what you want.
it goes to the editing, you know. All the garbage or something that doesn't come
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Well, if you got it on tape, keep it on tape for the time being.
Sure.
But don't screw it up.
No.
Don't lose it.
No. What I'll do is
What can you do? Do a copy?
I can transfer it to VHS. I can make a DVD, real simple, of the raw footage. And
But you know something? This was in the mid-70s, early 70s, mid-70s. The CBC, especially in hanging times, they couldn't be any more wrong than they ever could be. You know? But then I noticed some fellas around here, when they predicted rain, they would mow. When they predicted fine weather, they wouldn't mow. But then I ran onto something on Coast to Coast.
okay.
A few years ago, they were talking about, there was a farmer, Jim Larinaga, and there was a farmer, called it the Dead Farmer's Almanac.
Okay.
And he had tapped into the satellite transmissions. And his weather forecast would be always 100%. And he suddenly died of a mysterious accident.
Oh,
or
okay.
death.
Okay.
And this is what I suspected already years ago. There's a bunch, they were messing around with nerve gases. There would be 4 miles, up to 15 miles. Hit the target right down here. One Sunday morning I tracked them all the way down, all the way up to Millstream. You know where the hunting camp is?
Okay.
Road makes a turn. They were giving, making my life miserable, you know. And at the time I had the car, and I used to track them. And I had maps from the natural resources, so I could figure in, at ground level, the air movements around hills and so on, you know. So one morning I set out from here, and I tracked them all the way down there. And several times I tracked them up to 5, 6, 10 miles up the road. And when I suddenly showed up, you should have seen anybody looking scared, you know. And I thought to myself, the only way they could track the airflow would be up from a satellite. You get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
No other way. I thought it would have been possible, you know, to be that on. You know, over that distance.
Yeah.
And some of them, they were, you know, grown up in the army. You know, army brat.
Yeah.
And I did some, you know, encountered several of those gases. I did some, one afternoon I went to the library. I did some reading up about chemical warfare.
Right.
Right, they don't. Sometimes for a few days I can set my watch by, set the clock by.
Right.
Whenever I have to sneeze. 12:30 and 5:30.
Oh. That's
Sneezing gas on a phosgene base.
Mm-hmm.
It's a carcinogen.
Okay. Not good.
I know who was messing around with. See where the thistles are growing here?
Yeah.
Here in the topsoil? Dead. But the thistle got a taproot. They go under the damaged layer. So anything that's shallow rooting is handicapped. But anything that got a taproot
Okay.
thrives there. A while ago I took photos before I cut them off.
Right.
And all the white tops, chlorotic, you know, strong sterilizing chemicals in the soil.
Right.
Hi ladies. Hey there, there's your puppy. There's your puppy. Hi bossy. Okay guys, I'm just walking by. No, brownie. Where is that lady? Hello Blackie. How's your little fella doing? Hey. Hi Blue. See, the ones you see that are kind of hollow in the flank,
Yeah.
those are the animals that have been gases, you know,
Okay.
time and time again. They got, you know, damage inside. Hi Blue. Remember that white spot?
Yeah. Okay.
Hi Red. Hi lady. Hi bossy. Where's Brownie? Brownie. Hello Blackie. Hi Blackie. See that one? That's a young cow. That is a young cow. But this stuff that's going through, damage to the spinal cord,
Well.
the whole hind end. It got all arthritic. And last year, they messed around with the hip.
Oh.
And see this here? See the burn spot on this side?
Right on the leg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's one of the best, you know, genetically background. It makes you sick sometimes.
Yeah.
Hi, Jackie. No, I'm brown. Hi, Ray. It's okay, lady. Oh, there's one. Hi, puppy. Hi, Jimmy. Nope. Hi, Auntie. Hi, Ray. Come this way.
Okay.
Okay. See that? See the hole?
Top of the leg?
Yeah, right halfway through.
Oh yes.
See how it pulls in? When she was a week old, they had gassed her.
Oh.
I had to feed her 1 week with a stomach tube. You know, catch the mother, milk the mother, and feed her a few times a day with a stomach tube. And when she got up again, you know, the next day, I kept them always nice and bedded. You know, I was walking through the herd, and I thought it was a piece of shit she had here on her ass.
Yeah.
So I pulled it out. The whole cone of flesh this size, this deep, came right out of there.
Oh.
And I thought those bastards had taken a knife. But then I saw the next Y. On that side, it caved in the same way. You can stick your thumb in, it's all scar tissue at the bottom, but it didn't break the skin.
Okay.
That's when I realized that they used a laser. You know, set it at a certain depth. And how many animals they blinded on me, and what else all.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, the pictures are nasty.
Huh?
The pictures I saw were nasty enough.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, about a couple of weeks ago, they killed another calf, and the ureter tubes had turned just as black too. Lived 3 days and it was dead.
There.
So then they retain the afterbirth.
Oh, okay.
It takes sometimes 3 weeks or so before it comes out.
Right.
See, normally the hormones they you know, it loosens. The afterbirth can loosen. You know. But
So what do you think they did to her?
Gassed her.
Yes.
Right here on the pasture, over there, further over there. When I had them the last time in the pasture, every time when they gassed them, where the cows peed,
Yeah.
there were places, next few hours after they've been gassed, burned the grass right off, and even months, 2 months later, grass still wouldn't grow.